3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Puff and Steph back on your listening device. Hey, everybody. Oh, hello, Steph.
Hi, happy Thursday.
Yeah, I'm digging the whole like cash look right now.
Thank you. Well, this is pretty much what I've been wearing for the last couple weeks. Sometimes I put on a nice shirt when we record over top of like workout pants, but you know, I'm just going to roll with it today and just be casual.
This is no different than a Zoom meeting. It really isn't.
Exactly.
Just as long as you look good from like here up, you're fine.
Yep. That's all you need.
Yeah. Couple of things to get to. First off, today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai, right on the price, right on the pike. And I am in our studio, American Shaman of PA Studios. Flower Fridays are here every Friday. Visit an American Shaman of PA store for a free Shaman Smoke Hemp cigarette. No purchase necessary. Hempishealth.com. Check it out. Steph, I want to do this thing. It's December. I know you know that.
Yay! Happy Christmas time.
So I've decided that, and I'm going to try to do this every day as long as I continue to have questions. We're going to start the show off with a Steph Christmas question.
Oh, I love it.
Now,
Wait,
is this
trivia?
No, this isn't.
Okay,
this isn't Stump Steph. There is no wrong answer. This is how you feel about certain Christmas topics.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
Okay. Steph's Christmas question. 52% of pet owners plan to buy their animals a holiday gift. Okay. The question is not if Steph is getting her dogs presents. Of course she is. Of course. The fact that it's only 52% is crazy.
Yeah, that makes me sad for the other, the rest of them.
Not good at math?
No, I couldn't do the math there, so I just skipped it.
48%. Okay. Anyway,
I don't want to be wrong.
Anyway, the question is not whether or not you're going to get a gift for your dogs. Of course you are.
Duh.
The question is whether or not you stress over what you're getting your dogs for Christmas. Do you actually give it a ton of thought?
I mean, they're so easy to please, which is reason 3,946 to love dogs, because they're easy to please. You don't have to worry, are they going to like this? So I don't really stress over it, but I will say that I do try to put thought into it. It has definitely crossed my mind, well, this is the same thing I got them last year. Which, do you think they're going to care or notice? Absolutely not.
What a funny thing to say. They're like, why isn't Zoe playing with her toy? I got her the same thing last year and she's upset.
See, that's the beauty of dogs. They don't notice that. But it's as dumb as it is, it's crossed my mind. This is the same exact thing I put in their stockings last year. Because obviously the dogs have stockings, but not all of their gifts fit in the stocking.
Of course not. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So we get them a lot of the same, those greenies treats that clean their teeth and things like that are a little more expensive that they don't get other times of the year. And sometimes I actually like to take Miley and Zoe to the store and let them pick their own things out. And then they have to wait till Christmas to actually get it.
That's a special Christmas. That's kind of mean, don't you think? They don't know. Come pick out your toy that you can't play with for another few weeks.
But then when they open it on Christmas, it's the best day ever.
And they probably don't remember.
No, I think they forget about it 5 minutes later.
We do get the dogs Christmas gifts. So we are, just like you, we're in that 52%. I actually think the wife might stress out about it a little bit. I don't know what to get them. Just literally anything. Get them anything. Get them a plastic cup. And they'll be like, oh, my plastic cup. It really doesn't matter. Get them a water bottle. It's
right.
It's easy stuff. So that was my question. Not whether or not you were going to do it, but whether or not you stress out about it. And the answer is probably a little bit more than you should.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. In Bend, Oregon, a man was depressed over his failing marriage, so he went to his family doctor for help. 47-year-old Pearson Tone and his wife were having some issues, and they started going to this doctor a few years ago. And this was a therapist doctor. And it turns out that this guy was correct. His wife was having an affair with the doctor.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. He's actually suing the doctor for $2.9 million for professional negligence.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, how did he find out?
I don't know. I think the doctor might have let it slip or something during their appointment, or who knows. But apparently he'd been involved with his wife for an extended period of time. So they started going to this doctor a few years ago when they started having problems. Then they did some one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah, so you can't trust anyone. You can't.
Wow, that's really sad, because I bet when they were having these issues and she had those one-on-one meetings, I bet that never crossed the husband's mind, like, oh, what if they have an affair?
Yeah. I think my wife's having an affair. What makes you say that? Well, I don't know. She's just been, leaving the house a lot, and she seemed like excited to leave the house, and she seemed a little happier. I don't know. I bet the guy's really good at everything, huh? I bet the guy's probably pretty cute, huh? He's probably like looks good naked and stuff. What do you think? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I bet he does. Professional opinion. I bet he's quite the lover.
Right, you have to be pretty twisted to sit there and talk to this poor guy about his failing marriage when you are a big part of the reason it's failing. Like, that is messed up. Yeah.
This got like the plot to a like romantic comedy or something.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
It's like Paul Rudd stars in this new movie where his wife runs off with the therapist.
I could totally see it. You know what, though? Does this actually go against like some kind of like doctor code or something? Like, is he going to lose his job?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is something that I'm pretty sure you can't be involved with any patient as a therapist for an extended period of time. I think you have to end the therapy and then wait like 6 months or a year or something like that before you're actually allowed to, or you could lose your license. So he might have a case for the doctor, losing his license.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you can't like sit there, especially, it's not like he's just a family doctor. He's a marriage therapist, and he's having an affair with one of his couples. Yeah. And can you imagine how weird this was? And I'm not saying I feel bad for her, but it had to have been so weird for her to sit there and talk about this. And she's probably just like checking the doctor out the whole time.
It's like, well, I think I'm a really good person, and I'm definitely a giving lover. You know what I mean, Doc?
Wow, they need to make a rom-com about this. You're right.
This could be good news. An Italian study has found that pasta does not contribute to obesity. They did a survey of more than 23,000 people by the Department of Epidemiology in Italy. They found that pasta is actually linked to a reduced likelihood of abnormal obesity. There is some things to think about, though, before you go and rush to the Olive Garden. The way Italians eat pasta is definitely different than the way Americans eat pasta. They do it usually as kind of like an appetizer, and it's a smaller amount.
Oh, I don't like that. Give me the whole portion.
Where Americans are like, yes, I will have the boat of pasta, please.
Right. It's a meal. It ain't no appetizer. That's the meal.
Right. So before you go and, like I said, and rush to the unlimited breadsticks and the soup and the salad and whatnot, just know that Italians eat pasta a little bit differently. But if you eat it the way they do, which is just a little bit before the meal, probably fills you up a little bit faster. You don't eat as much, and it's not going to lead to you being super duper fat.
Yeah, but who has that kind of self-control,
Apparently Italians. I think if you eat pasta almost every meal or every day like they do in that smaller form, you're able to eat less because you know that you're going to get more tomorrow.
Right. So it's kind of like their salad almost.
In a way, yeah.
You know what? And my family's Italian, and I've never known any of my grandparents or anything to eat small portions of pasta. This is news to me.
Well, they're American, so, go back to the motherland and see how they do things there. Maybe it's different. I don't know. Coming up, a very interesting advice column. We're going to help out Emily today.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
On Thursdays, we try to solve the world's problems. Maybe not the world's, but like individual people. And if we do enough of them, I guess we could say that we solve the world's problems.
Technically, yeah.
It is the advice column. This comes to us from Emily. Came over Facebook. I know your real name, Emily. I could say it out loud, ruin your life. But I won't.
But we won't.
Because this is the advice column. If you want to keep it anonymous, that's fine. Hi, Puff and Steph. Love the show. I've listened to you from radio to podcasts every morning since I can remember. Thanks so much for all the laughs on my way to work and now at my home office. I can't believe I'm writing in, but I love the advice column, so I thought I'd contribute and get some advice of my own. All right, girl. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
My husband and I are high school sweethearts, and we've been together for almost 11 years. He is a huge football fan and has always gotten emotional about games. He will even watch important games alone, just so he doesn't get upset around others. He used to be fairly calm watching it at our parents' houses, but now that we have our own house, he has let it all out. He yells, he swears, and years ago he even broke a table after seeing his team mess up. Sundays now involve my dog. In parentheses, it's okay, Steph, she's safe.
Oh, good. He better not hurt the dog.
Now involve my dog and I being scared to death every so often from his loud screaming, swearing, and pounding the living room furniture. He has thrown things across the room and is immediately in a bad mood for the rest of the day if his team is playing bad. I typically go to another part of the house or leave because I can't take it and I feel like I can't say a word without him getting an attitude with me. I've tried to bring it up how much I dislike his actions and his attitude when watching sports, but it usually just causes a fight.
Right.
He says I shouldn't say anything and let him be. But I think he needs to act calm, stop swearing, stop getting an attitude with me when I'm not even watching or talking about the game. Am I out of line? Should I just let him get upset and not say anything? How should I handle this? Thanks for your help. Emily, in parentheses, not really my name, but please keep me anonymous. Yes, you need to stay out of his business and let him be a man, and you just do your women things in the kitchen. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to hit you through the computer.
Okay. I think that Emily is probably not alone in this.
She is definitely not.
People get very emotional when it comes to their favorite professional sports teams.
Yeah.
I know that I have one of my best friends. I talk about him a lot, Scooter. He's a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. I have a hard time watching any Eagles game with him. It could be, no lie, first drive, first quarter, Eagles just got the ball, and they go 3 and out. It happens to so many teams. You start the game, doesn't go like you planned, do 3 plays, and you get a punt. Right? That's it. That's not abnormal for almost any football team.
Not at all.
He will be like, oh my God, they're so worthless. And he starts banging on things. I'm just like, bro, he did that like game 1 of the season. I was watching the very first Eagles game of the season with him. You would have thought they were losing the Super Bowl. Now, grant me, no, don't get me wrong, they haven't got much better. As a matter of fact,
don't I know it?
They're pretty terrible. But that doesn't change the fact that, like, you got to calm down, because a lot of times sports fans, their reaction doesn't really match the situation.
No. Over the top. Completely over the top.
If you were Emily, what would you do?
The thing is, I get that, some people, and I'm not going to say men, because women get into it as well, but a lot of times it is men who are like so passionate, and I get that, and I love it when guys are into sports, but the problem for me is when it starts to impact the way he's talking to and treating her. Like, if he wants to like bang on the table and go curse, 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 whatever, but if he's like coming at her, taking it out on her, the dog is getting scared. Let's be honest. This is a big issue. Like that is actually a problem for me. So I feel like that needs to be addressed. Maybe just, hey babe, I know you're passionate and I don't really care if you're screaming and jumping around, but can you just not take it out on me?
I like how you went, curse, curse, curse.
I know.
Curse, curse. I can't believe
curse.
Catch the cursing ball. Curse.
I'm sure that's what he said.
Curse. I have a little bit of different advice. Steph really give advice. Steph, her thoughts. Here's my advice. Let me see what you think, Steph. Take a video of him acting like this. Right? So sit back in the corner, act like you're on your phone, and then when something goes bad, just hit record. And when he acts like a child, have a couple of them. Say, listen, because you're getting to the point where this is causing issues where you're writing into a podcast to try to get help. Right? Come on. Show him the video and be like, listen, this is what I see. Okay? I love you to death. I love that you're passionate. Right? That's one of the things I love about you, is that you're a passionate person. However, I don't feel like taking out an insurance policy on everything in the house because you're going to break it.
Right. You can't take it to that point.
It's already to the point where you guys are getting into fights because of it. So what's one more fight? What's one more fight where you're actually showing him evidence of his immaturity? Because that's what it boils down to. It boils down to not being mature. Listen, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. I've been a Buffalo Bills fan my whole life. It could be the most frustrating team to ever be a fan of. All right? And I don't want to hear it from Eagles fans who had a bad couple of years. Try having a bad couple of decades. Okay? Or, a decade or 2 decades where Tom Brady's in your division the whole time. All right? So I don't want to hear it like, I know how you feel, Puff. I'm a Ravens fan. Like, shut up. You've won Super Bowls. So I get frustration. I get disappointment from watching your favorite team do stupid things. I've never broken anything. I've never thrown anything. I have yelled. But usually after the game, I'm like, it sucks. We suck. And I move on with my life.
See, I was going to ask how you reacted, because no offense, you would know about losing teams.
Yep, I would. I get upset and but I do move on, and you have to, because how are you going to let that affect your whole life? How are you going to let that affect your marriage?
See, that's where the issue is for me. I mean, is it okay, or should she encourage him screaming and yelling and hitting the table? No. However, I do think that is extremely common for guys to jump around and scream and yell and hit things. But my issue, I guess, as a female and as someone like who, if I were in her shoes, I think I would be like hurt. Like, why are you taking this out on me? Like, I'm not out there on the field playing. I'm not the reason they lost. Like, you can be frustrated, but don't turn around and snap at me. And furthermore, can I just point out that many, many, many studies have shown that when you act that way around your dog, it actually stresses them out and affects their health negatively. Okay? So don't act like that around your dog, because it seriously that really affects them.
Will anyone think about the dogs? Anybody?
Just saying.
Yeah, Emily, we're not saying like break up with, divorce your husband or anything.
No,
but
no.
You, if it's getting to the point where you're hitting us up about it, or you're leaving your house during sports ball games. You're leaving your house. Like, come on, your own house. You're walking out of, so you don't have to be around it. You have to talk about it. Some things in relationships can be left unsaid. Maybe it bothers you the way he leaves those towels on the bathroom floor. Maybe that's not a real reason to have the talk. But this is definitely a reason. It's changing the way you live your life. Like, it's time to talk, and I think you have to bring evidence to the table. Sometimes if a guy sees how ridiculous he's acting on camera, he'll be like, "Oh, wow, that's embarrassing." You almost have to embarrass and or shame him, I think.
That's Puff's advice. Shame him.
If it works, it works. In 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to get a message from Emily being like, "I shamed the crap out of him, and he's awesome. He's watching games while helping me bake cookies now. It's amazing."
Right. Well, I mean, Puff, honestly, don't just say don't just say a certain answer because you think it's what I want to hear. Honestly, if your wife secretly videotaped you doing something to prove how crazy you looked, would that kind of make you mad that she was like doing that behind your back?
No, not if it proved a point. If it was justified. If I was acting crazy, I'd be like, "Wow, I didn't know I looked like that." But if it was like, if I fell asleep on the couch and I'm snoring, and she's like, "Look how annoying you are when you snore," I'd be like, and to be honest, she's actually done that before.
I hit a soft spot there, didn't I?
I was kind of like, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't help that, really. But then she did it one time because I was right by the dog, and the dog was also snoring, so we were snoring together. Then it was more like, "Hey, this was cute."
Right. That's just cute. That's just cute.
Right. But if I was acting completely out of line, and she was taping me, then yeah, I don't think I would get mad at her for that.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Maybe I would, but I don't think so. It all depends on actions.
Yeah, I could just see some guys getting really like defensive. Like, "I can't believe you did that." It's like the classic example, which I've actually been through this with my high school boyfriend. When you go through their phone because you think they're cheating, and then you find out that they're cheating, and then they're mad at you for going through their phone. It's like they just get so defensive sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying just guys. It's girls and guys in general can just be so defensive.
Right. Here's why I think I'm not going to overblow the situation if I'm the guy. I know I have problems. I am an extremely flawed human being.
Aww.
So, whatever. I've come to terms with it. So if you show me, I'll be like, "Oh wow, I'm messed up." Like, I don't walk around thinking I'm perfect by any means. Where me seeing a video of me acting like a jerk is a huge blow to my ego or anything. So I think how big is your husband's ego? How highly of themselves do they think of themselves? Right? And then maybe decide if that's the right thing to do. I don't know. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Emily, we appreciate you reaching out to us. You guys have problems, hit us up on the Puff and Steph Facebook page or puff@puffandsteph.com. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes. What do we got coming? Oh, yeah. This was a whole shock to the family, but there's still a mystery yet to be solved.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
This is a crazy story. A crazy story. An Indian man was falsely declared dead from COVID-19. I'm going to screw this name up and I apologize. Shivdas Bandyopadhyay. He was 75. He was admitted to a hospital in November after testing positive for coronavirus. 2 days later, his family was informed that he had died, unfortunately, which is terrible. His family was shown his body, but because of the way they do things there, I don't think they do them here, they wrapped him all in plastic, so like nothing would spread or anything like that, and then they had him cremated. A day later, the man's son received a phone call from the hospital saying his father was alive and he's okay and they should come pick him up. Somehow some labels got switched around.
No.
They have no idea who they cremated.
Oh, I was going to say, so they already cremated the guy.
Yeah.
Not like that guy came back to life.
No, that guy was dead. That guy was really dead. But
He's gone. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely gone now. He cremated his ashes.
What?
They have no idea who they ended up cremating.
Oh my gosh. And now you can't go back and that's horrible. How could they screw something like that up?
It's horrible, but yet this family who, like, in 2 days, they admitted their dad, and then in 2 days he was gone, just like that. But now, not only is he not gone, he's fine. He's good. Come get him. Come get your dad.
No, I mean, that's amazing news for them. Like, could you imagine coping with the fact that he's gone and then all of a sudden he's back?
Well, I know that also, like, I don't know how it is in India, but here in the States, like, was he already declared dead? What kind of paperwork do they have to do to bring him back to life?
Right.
Is there a like a grace period? Like you have 12 days to come back to life or the death is final? Like, how does this work?
A grace period. Right. And like, what if they already planned the funeral and like put out announcements and it's like, hey, the funeral's canceled. He's actually not dead. Yeah. So we're going to have a he's not dead party. Everyone wear masks. And if you already ordered those flowers, hopefully you can cancel the orders. But I feel horrible for this family of the person who is dead.
Right. The mystery remains. Who those ashes?
Right.
Over there in the corner, the ashes. We don't know who those belong to.
I mean, science is amazing these days. Could they like go through the ashes and try to like?
I don't think you
figure
get.
it out?
I don't think you get DNA from ashes.
I mean, I didn't think so, but I mean, it's 2020. Who knows?
Who knows what they could do? Yeah. So they have no idea who got cremated. So.
Wow, I wonder how it's gonna, how they're gonna even come to find who that really was. I guess maybe some family's gonna be like, "Hey, how's Joe doing?" And then,
oh, figured it out. It's Joe. Joe's the dead one. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. No, he died. Sorry.
oh my God, that's horrible.
We figured it out. It was Joe. Mystery solved.
Oh my gosh, they could get sued for this. Yeah, I mean that's bad.
Who knows? I don't know. Again, I'm not sure how laws work in India. Not
Wow.
sure. Yeah. It's time to stump Steph. This happens more to women than to men. What is it? I know it's very broad. I'll give you a hint. I think it involves the fact that women worry a lot more than men do.
Oh, stress eating.
Good answer. Not correct, but I mean, maybe it is correct, but not for this particular question.
It probably is correct,
Wouldn't shock me.
based on my experience. Happens to women more than men. Is it something physical happening to you?
No, not really. How do I give you a hint without giving it away? I couldn't tell you the last time this happened to me. Not everyone remembers when it happens to them either.
Something with drinking?
Nope.
I thought maybe because of the not remembering part.
I feel you. Not all of us black out when we drink, though, Steph.
I don't either. It's just a thought. Oh, this is hard. Okay, is it something you have control over?
Nope. You have no control over this. They just happen.
Panic attack.
No.
They happen.
Yep.
To you?
To you. No one else is involved.
And this is bad.
I mean, people don't like them. Some people have like medical conditions with these, but
A seizure?
what's that?
A seizure?
Nope. Kids can be diagnosed with these, but so can adults.
So it's something that's happening to you physically.
I mean, not really. It's kind of in your brain.
You can be diagnosed with these nightmares?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Women have
Wow.
more nightmares than men do.
Wow. I have nightmares. Oh, by the way, I love how you say nightmares. Can you do it again?
Nightmare.
It's a nightmare. I have nightmares all the time. I just had a nightmare like 2 nights ago that there was a murderer coming around just killing everybody, and the government just decided not to do anything about
Wow, that's quite the nightmare.
it. Nightmare. Nightmares.
Nightmare. That's quite the nightmare. All right. Over 30% of these happen between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. What are they? 30% of these happen between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. What are they?
Engagements.
Oh my God, yeah. Wow. I was going to give you a hint saying that nightmares are bad things, but these are good things. You didn't even need it.
No, man, I got a Facebook page. I got an Instagram. I know what's going on. I know all about it.
I'm trying to think if I've seen any yet. I don't think I've seen any yet.
I've probably seen 5 to 7 that happened on Thanksgiving.
What?
Yep.
I mean,
Seen a lot.
You want to do that with like turkey grease on your fingers? And all that? I don't
Right.
know. I don't know.
You know, and I love the idea of it, but well, I guess that's not necessarily your anniversary. It's the anniversary of when you got engaged, but it's just it's a lot of excitement happening in one time period rather than spreading it out, you know.
How did he propose? Well, he hid the ring in my mashed potatoes. It was so romantic. After I got it, I threw it up because I swallowed them. Swallowed the ring. All right, friends. That is your Thursday show. Big Friday show coming up. Another Steph Christmas question. What are we going to ask her tomorrow? You have to listen and find out.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.